Hi devs. Today we are going to integrate the HTML template with the Django application. So it's very simple and after downloading an HTML template we can see some HTML files included in the HTML folder, and this folder contains index folder. Um, Maybe there are some pages, uh, some templates not contain some pages. They are just given some dummy views, like we can click the videos and we can see some things like here. And if we click luxury rooms, it will always go to next room, but here it is pointing to same page. So we can create different pages for this one, and for during the creating the applications. And I think the blog view is different. Yeah, blog view contain new rooms and new stuff added. And about, yeah, about page is also different. Some different kinds of stuffs are here. And there's also contact page. Contact, yeah, we can contact the website, the customer care, website owners through this form. So if they have find any problems, then the customer can give their complaint, or they can contact through this form. And a booking page, yes, they can book how many numbers of booking they needed. This way they can do this stuff. And for home page, the thing is here some information like offers and some categories, like different things that we can include this page. Overall view we can given from the home page. And when we click the book now button from any of the offer page, or from here, we can redirect to that specific page. Okay, now we want to integrate these things to our Django applications. Okay, now we can create a new folder. I have already created some folder. I am going to create the application here. So here we can directly go to CMD from the address bar. Then it will open the CMD from this path of the folder. So here we can open the code. Yes, code. Okay. Now this is our the project folder contain all this stuff, and we want to arrange all these things to some different folders. So we can create a folder static. This is static folder. The static folder contain this information, so we can cut everything. Okay, the CSS, JavaScript, images, fonts, CSS, everything we can move to Control X, Control V. So everything's come to static folder. This is the way you want to work. And we have some HTML pages, we have these web pages. So we want to create one more folder, that is templates. Templates should be not in under the static folder. We can create from the main view. So we want to create a templates folder. Yes, templates. And these templates like readme, about all these things. We don't want these things. Readme. Excluding this item, we can exclude this item by clicking the control keys, and we cut these pages, and we are going to paste these things inside the template view. So this is the two folders. We don't want to these items. I don't need these items. What is this one? Stop one. Okay, I don't want this file. This also we don't want. Okay, now we can go to terminal, and we want to create a environment. This is hotel project, so we can be a hotel and we want to create an environment like this one. This is the style of creating environment. Uh, we want to create an environment with the project name, then underscore env or just a env. This is the way of creating environment by me, and you may have some different style. You can create that way, but uh, if we are creating these names accordingly, then we can identify these things. So this folder, if, at first glance, if we are looking to folder, we can say that this hotel env is just the environment folder. So we don't want to go through environment folders every time. So this is the folder we want. Okay, then our hotel env folder is created. Now we want to activate this environment file. For that, we want to control shift P, then select the interpreter. Then we have created a hotel env. We want to select this environment. Now, okay. Now when we click here, adding next terminal button, the hotel env is automatically activated. So every time if you want to create a new terminal, click here, the environment is automatically activated. This is done by using Ctrl Shift P, select interpreter, then set the our interpreter name. Then it will happen like this way. This is very simple. And now we have nothing here. Please contain nothing. Maybe the uh, framework will be there. We want to create install, yeah, pp is the setup tools. This is default things. Sometimes you may have uh, empty here, but now we want to create the install Django. Okay, first we want to install the Django framework. So after installing Django framework, we want to create the project. Okay, during the installation we can see the environment like here we will get the scripts and all, yeah. And we have activate exe file Django admin page, Django admin applications now created. This is created after installing these things. So we successfully installed, and everything is going to work now. Now we go to Django admin.exe. This is the application we are using to create the Django applications. So actually you don't want to click here. I'm showing that when pip installing these things, we will get the Django admin.exe file is created during pip install Django. So this file is created. So remember this thing. We don't want to open this folder anytime. So here we got the Django admin application. So just click that to just enter these items and we can enter. Yes, and you will get one more time. I'm taking. Okay, now we will get list of arguments we want to pass through with the uh, Django admin application. This Django admin, this one is exe application. That's why when we type here Django admin, we will get these informations. So using this application, we can Django.exe application, we can create a project that is start project. Okay, now we are going to create a start project. Start project. This command we are using here, and we need to name a folder name like hotel project, and this project should be created under this folder. This dot means we are creating the Django application project under this folder only, the current folder. That is the dot. Dot means current folder. Don't forget to do this, because we want the banner.py file here. If we are not put the dot, then it will create a hotel project folder. Under the hotel project folder, it will create the project. So we are avoiding that by putting a dot. Okay. Now we will get the .mani.py file here. Now instead of Django admin, now we don't need Django admin application here anymore. Now we have our mani.py file we can use. Using the Django admin also we can create the an app like start up. This command we can use Django admin app, but we are not using that Django admin app because we already got the managed pay. Now everything we will, now we are avoiding Django admin application from here. Now everything we can do with the managed.py file. So this file is only needed now for running um, Django application manage.py. Now if we don't know how to run the application, or if we don't know how to create a app, then just type python manage.py, run this file, python manage.py file. Now we will get the commands we can use with the manage.py file. Now uh, using this file we can create a startup. Okay, so manage.py file we can use startup, we can name home app. Now, this is also my style of writing applications. When we are creating new application, you want to put a underscore app after the name of the app name. So this way we can identify the folders. So otherwise we also creating so many folders for other stuff. So we will be confused whether it is a app folder or whether it is a other type of folder. So for convenience for reading, we will use this way of style. So whenever you use a startup, creating a startup using startup command, then use the name is just like underscore app or just a home app. So this is the reading convenience for underscore app, then you can easily read the folder. Okay, now we have created this home app, that is enough. Okay, now we don't know how to run the server, the command is here. So python manage.py or manage.py run server, this is the command we are using to run the server. Okay, when after running the server, we will get the page like Django is successfully installed. You will get a congratulations. Take this and put this into your pocket. Okay. Now we can stop the running the server. Okay. Okay. Now we have templates folder. Now we are cutting this template folder and putting this template folder inside the home app. This is the place for pasting the template folder. Also, we are going to cut this static folder and paste this in home app. So we have static templates folders uh, 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 pasted in home app. Under the home app, we have static folder templates. So while you're running the application, or if there is a pending uh, migration, you want to first migrate these things so you can get rid of this error, because currently we don't have any database. So in Django we are getting a default applications, default database SQLite. So for creating a database, just migrate these things. Now after that you will get a SQLite file here. So currently we got the SQLite folder, and we don't know, there is nothing in the SQLite folder. The file is empty. Now we can migrate these things. Okay. Now when we click this folder, the folder the file is not opening, the file is not displaying the test editor. That is the reason. So for viewing this folder, we have one extension, SQLite viewer. SQLite viewer. Yes. So restart extension. Enable. I already installed this one. I don't know why it is not working. Yes. Now when we see the folder is not still activated, so we can use this one. We can install this one. I don't know why this extension is not working. It's already installed here. I don't know. So we can install another extension and check things. Okay. Yeah, now the icon is changed. Okay, now we have installed the extension and we got a pink colored icon now. That means this extension is activated. So when we click and open this file, we will get the database tables and all. These are the tables of the database. This is the database SQLite and these are the tables. The most important table is the user table. There is no data here. Our user data like password, so is super use permission we can set according to super user. We have a username field and last name, first name, email stuff. The problem is this table not contain the mobile number. We can add this mobile number also to this or the user table. This can be done by creating another table and insert in this folder, insert in this class and just add one more field, mobile number. Then we will get another table with all these informations. Okay. Now that's not we are not going to do right now. We are going to uh, link in this HTML to our Django application. That is the task we are doing today. For that, after creating an application, the next thing is in we want to create some links like for everything we want to create a link. So here I'm going to include one good folder. Okay, now we are included this method. Now using this method, we can create one more thing and duplicate these items. We don't want to specify any paths. Instead of admin.urls, we are going to include one file. Open bracket, open quotes. Our app name is homeapp.urls. Now currently home app doesn't contain the URLs file. So this file, we want to create this file. So under the home app, we want to create a url.py file. Now that this file is included there. So another thing is URL pattern. We want to copy these. We can copy these items and paste here. This is the simple way. Okay. Now inside the URL pattern. Now we are not going to include anything. We don't need include. We only need the path. Okay. Now next thing is we are going to a file and create a function. This is the home page. So for creating a home page, we are using home method and passing a request and return render. We want to render HTML page request and we want to specify the HTML path. That is, we can include this index.html file. Okay, index.html. Now we want to pass a context. Currently we don't have any context. So we are going to put an empty here. Now we want to point this function to URLs. For that one, put a path, then there's not going to put anything here. This is our home page, so we don't want to put anything here. Then we want to point that to home functions. So import that to home functions. This is home. Now we are going to run the file. For running the application, by the manage.py run server. Okay. Now open the URL link. Okay, home takes zero postal argument, but one was given. This is the first error we have got from these items. So the main thing is uh, we want to put the home. Where is the home? URLs. Actually, we want to import the home from the home app, but here it is imported from the turtle. This is the error. Okay, we want to import from the correct folder. We want to import the home from the home app views. Okay, okay, now it's corrected. Now again we are going to refresh the page and let's see what will happen. Okay, templates does not exist at index.html. This is the first thing we got. So whenever we create after creating an app, we want to register this app in settings on the installed app. We have created one app, but we didn't register this app. So for registering app, just put the application name here. Okay. Now we go the page contains, but the CSS and JavaScript files are not loaded correctly. That is the problem. We will see that they get the image is 404 means not found. We didn't the server can't find these files. So first we want to check whether that file that images image2.jpg is included in this folder. Yes, images1.jpg is included. These files are there, but computer, our Django application, unable to find these paths. So for that one, the problem is here we want to include a static extensions. Then only we can include these items. For that one, either we can use this way like for every dislike things we want to add a static. For that one, we can replace every css/2 static slash css slash replace these things. Okay, not here. Next, here we are not going to replace. Here we want to replace. Here we want to replace. Now it's complete writing. Now let's check what will happen now. Now what we are going images. Yeah, it's not finding the images. So we want to check whether it is giving the images like cancel the images. Yes, there's images and whether yeah here is images. So we can replace these images with the static images. Replace, 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 replace. Sorry, we have two different statics. So it's enough now. Again, we can refresh this page. Now JavaScript, the JS is not found. So we can replace the JavaScript also. JS name. JS. Here we can put JS. Replace. Okay, that's enough. You can refresh it. Yeah, now it's completed. Now we got the exact CSS style. Everything is loaded correctly. Okay. Now we converted the index page like home page. We are converted index page. So, so this is the index page. And when we click the home button, it is going to index.html. So we want to remove that one. So we want to search index.html. HTML. Yeah, here. When we click the home button, it don't want to go anywhere. Just to go to home page. Okay, this is the page we want to go after clicking home button. What will happen now? Yeah, there are lots of places going next to this. We can replace everything. So Control C, Control F. Want to replace everything to slash. Okay, now we can refresh and click home. Yeah, home, home. When we click homes, now we page not found. Home is not home.html folder is not found. So we want to create the room path also. We want to create a view for rooms also. So for that one, currently we have only admin and the home button. So for room, we want to create a function view function first. So like this way, we are going to create a room. Rooms. This is the second function. Instead of index, we want to go to rooms. Rooms. Now function is created. Next step is we want to point these rooms to URL. For that one, duplicating this line. I'm using the Windows application, so with the Windows application, you can duplicate the lines by pressing Control, not Control Shift Alt, then arrow mark, up or down arrow mark. This will duplicate these lines. So after duplicating, we want to put a comma here because this is a list. Instead of home, you want to point the room functions. So we want to import the room function from home up views rooms. Okay. Now again we are going to refresh this page and click in room videos. What is happening? Room didn't match any of these. Room didn't match any of these. Okay, so we want to click rooms. Rooms. Okay. Now when we remove this HTML rooms, the room is viewed here, but the CSS and all these things you want to remove. So replace these CSS with static. So go to rows. Same way we want to replace everything. Instead of CSS, we want to first we want to create this one. Herb CSS to herb static CSS. Replace all. Okay. Now we want to replace the fonts also. So you see, Control V, Control V, static. replace all. Now we want to replace the JS file and where is the JS file? Image file. I think we want to search for image. Yes, images. We are going to replace with static first. Static slash replace all. Okay, now let's check by refreshing this URL. Now it's not loading correctly, so we want to replace some more things. We want to check the JS file. Is there any JS file here? Search for JS file. Yeah, here. So JS file, JS file. Here we want to instead of JS, we want to put a static slash replace all. Now refresh everything now. So room is go when we click homes, it is going to index.html. Means we want to replace the room HTML and here we can see the index.html. Everything we want to replace with a slash. Okay. So after clicking the home page, now it will go to home page. After clicking rooms, it will not go to rooms. We want to do one more check. I will show here. Okay, we can test that one. I say it will not go. Means it is going to room.html. So we want to remove that one. So for that index.html, we have rooms.html here. So first we want to find the all room.html. And we want to replace this with slash rooms. Replace all. Now let's check and test it. Okay, this is home. This is rooms. Yeah, room is we successfully redirected to room page. Okay, now we want to do it for the contact, book now, everything. Now next page is blog. Okay, for blog we want to replace like this way. Okay, for that one, this is the blog page. So for blog page, first we want to create a function. We name to blog. This is blog page. Okay. Now we want to map with a path. So for that we want to duplicate this one. Put a comma. Then we want to duplicate these lines, and we want to replace with the block, and we want to import that to block. Okay. Now we will go and URL to blog page. So blog page also we want to replace everything. So for blog page, if there is a room.html, we can replace everything like this way. And next we want to replace with this CSS with the static. Replace everything. Now we want to replace with the fonts static. replace everything. Now we want to replace what is like images, 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 static, static, replace all. Now we want to replace JS file with the JS, static, replace. Now what happened to images? I don't know. Yeah, images correctly we have replaced everything. Okay, now let's check. Yeah, blog is we go to blog correctly. So when we click the home, we will not get the home because in blog page we didn't replace the home index.html. So it will go to index.html. For correcting that one, we want to replace every index.html to slash. Also, we want to check whether rooms.html. No, there is no room.html. Okay. Now we want to replace with the blog.html. HTML to blog slash slash blog. Replace all. We want to replace in rows blog HTML. Replace. We want to index blog HTML to blogs. We can replace every page. So we don't want to bother about that. Book now blog HTML. There is no blog simple HTML. We go to about and also for index.html. Index.html. We want to replace slash. Yes, for blog simple, we want to replace this one. Blog HTML, there is no index.html. We have to count. We want to replace that one. Contact, we replace that one also. Index, there is no index. Okay, that is also replaced. And we also replace with the room.html. Roms.html to replace everything. No, there is no. Yeah, here we have 5. Now 5 blog. No. Work single, yes. About, yes, it is 5. So we want to replace that also. So everything we have replaced. Now we can do it for the everything like JS and everything. So here about page, we can click the about page and we can copy the CSS and custom CSS. We can add static post CSS static slash. Okay, here we paste for here. Here it's 5 count, so it's also replaced. Is there is no result here, so we don't want to click the button. Yes, it is 5, so here I want to replace that one. Contact page, yes, it is here. Index, no. Rows, no. Okay. Now we want to replace with the fonts here. See, Control V, Control V, then put a static here. Yes, 2 columns. So we want to replace that one. Box single, replace. Blog, no. Look now, yes. Contact, yes, index, yes, rooms, no. Okay, now we want to replace JS, I think JS. So where is the JS? JS here. JS, JS, static slash replace, blog, replace, blog, now, book now, yes, contact, yes, index now, rooms now. Okay, now we want to replace the images also. Yes, yeah. Static replace, now blog single, yes, tools, here now, here one, here one, here now, here now. Okay, every page we have clear every page. Now we just want to create the uh, function for each page. So for blog, okay, where is our page? Go to this link. Okay, now we have blog about. We want to about.html. Yeah, we want to remove this about.html. So for about. So we want to replace everything here. About. We want to put about. Slash about. Replace everything about HTML. Replace. 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 Okay. Now it finished. Now we can go and refresh this page and we can go to about page. So it's going to about, but we don't have any about URL. So we want to create that one. Okay, now we are going to create a about page. Okay, home, rules, blog, about, contact. Now we want to create a contact page. Now we want to replace every contact.html to contact. Replace here, replace here, replace here, replace, replace. Okay, now book now page. Book now. Now it's okay. Now we have successfully integrated with all URLs and all. Now we want to give content from like welcome to our lecture room. Discover the gold number of lecture room for VIP. We want to give information like this way. This information should be come from the database. This information can change. This information is like a dynamic. We don't want to put the static information. So here the information we may change. So we want to put this in database. And this information also we should change this for dynamically. This information comes from the database tab. So whenever we edit the database, the information will be updated here. So this is the next step we are going to take. And for that one, let's complete creating the information for this room. Okay, this is rooms page. So from room page we have feature room, we have room title here, the quantity of passengers will be displayed here, the room size will be displayed here, and a description and a buttons, and also the button contain the price of the room. So these information must be created. So for that one we need to create a model. So this is the model we are going to create, rooms model. Okay, now we want to inherit these from model group model. This is the class we are inheriting these things. So now we have seen the rating, feature room rating. The title feature room will be come from here. So feature title and the number of stars. So first we want to type the feature title. Okay, the models dot this will be a chart field file, and maximum length will be, we can have 50, maximum 50, and this can be blank sometime, and sometimes it will be null also. Okay, now we want to create another field. We can duplicate these things, the rating, number of rating. So this will be, can duplicate one more thing. Okay, this is rating star, rating star. We can, we don't want to this rating star to char field. It will be a positive integer field. So for default rating, no, we don't want default rating. Default rating can be null. So uh, it will be blank equal to null equal to if no one greater this amount. And next we want to title of the row. This just we want to put the title. That's enough. Title of the room can be 50. No, we can have 100 character length. Next, the quantity availability. Okay, that will be a positive integer field. So we can duplicate this line. This is the availability. This is the availability of rooms. So these available can have null and can have any values. Okay. Next, this one, the room size. Room size can have integer fields, so it is in feeds. Okay, room size. Either we can use for char field, that is enough, because sometimes you want to give in feet or inches in, and we can take the this 22 feet square every this field value we can take from the database. Okay, that is we use this char field, so it can have any string value. Next is the description. Okay, description. Description. Description can have 250. And next is the price of the price. Price we can have float field. It's a decimal field. So uh, default we can put a no, we don't need defaults. We can have the blank equal to. Okay. Now what is there any information? Yeah, the image, the room image. So we can have image one. We can have two to three images. So its models to the file field. We can have file field. Now we can have we can have the file to upload. We can have create a function here. The upload folder folder name instance file name return. We can have the file. We can now return the file name with the folder. We can have this item. Otherwise, we can have a string. The file will be come under media rooms, then images, then yeah, we can have the image here. Okay, this is the way upload folder. We can put it upload folder. Okay. Okay, now instance. No matter whether we got a spelling mistake, but we can correct it. Okay, now the images folder we can have blanket. So now we can copy these things like We can have five images for a room. Okay, image one, image two, image two, image three, image four, image five. Five images we can have. Okay. Now, if you want to include the tax in thing, we can GST. We can have tax. We can have offer price. Offer price. We can put lots of field here. Now we are stopping here. That's a basic application. We don't want to put everything. And this tax can have the GST and all. Okay. And yeah, we can finish this model now. Now we can have the tab name DB table. DB table equal to this is room mode. So rooms. Now it's okay. Now I think we can again run the application. We can check whether there is an error or anything. I forgot said we can run the application from here also. So no matter. Okay, now we have created a room models. Now we can have two more fields. Okay. Okay, now we can one more field. We want to know when we created this record we get. So create rep field can have models dot date time field. Okay, we can stop these otherwise it may make problems. Date time field default we want to create it from default. So we want to import one time zone here from Django go to utils. This import time zone. So we can have time zone now. Okay, this is our table fields. Now we can okay, we can close everything now. So this now our database table contains these much tables. So now we want to create one more table rooms. So for that one we have created the model. This is the table structure. Now we can make it migrate. Later we can do. And we got one error here. What is that one? That is earlier error. We can ignore that one. Now we want to make migration. Yeah, why then? Manage.py. We first want to make migration and migrate. So for that one, first we don't know whether we want to check the spelling of the make migration. I know spelling mistake. Sometimes you may make some spelling mistake. So for checking this one, if you don't know the make migration spelling, so for that one, just click python.py, then you can check the spelling from here. Okay, this is the make migration word. Okay, next step is migrate step. So yes,